You can pack your shit the same day you ever hear me refer to you as my bitch. But let these rappers tell her they want you to be his cool ass bitch from the west side. That's till he fucks you, washes himself off, and then goes home and gets in bed with his wife. He sleeps on the left side. But you ain't know that, did you? Because he don't sleep at your house, he just creep at your house. You make him dinner and feed him you for dessert. You make me want to put a diner inside of a whorehouse. The man for you is in Morehouse. And if that's a stretch, at least he spends less time in the streets and doesn't always want you naked and under the sheets when he's at your house. His only dream is to be your spouse. He'll open your car door for you instead of when the car door closed and he opening his zipper and telling you to open your mouth. I think you need to open your mind though.
Peace and love, Toronto. It's Jamelle Williams, the host of YYZ Hilightz. I'm here at Johnny Jackson's 587 College Street for the Toronto leg of an American tour called JustWordstour. The feature or the headliner is Just Mike, the poet from Philadelphia, and Vision, the poet, also from Philadelphia. I got both of them on either side. Mike,
what's good, man?
Welcome to Toronto, my man.
Man, Toronto is just amazing. Thank you, YYZ Hilightz, for having me.
You already know.
For supporting me, for coming out and working with me, and I appreciate you for that.
You guys are authors. You guys are business owners, running a world tour pretty much, right? We're going to start with you, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit more about yourself for everyone that may not know your story.
Okay. My story is I'm a poet, I guess, by accident almost. I started writing and I started posting what I wrote on Instagram about two and a half years ago. Okay. And it just went semi-viral to the point where I got a bunch of followers, a bunch of fans from all over. So after I got them on Instagram, they asked me for a book. So I took all of my poems and I kind of got them edited and put out a book. Then I put out another book because the first book was received so well. Then so many people were like, Mike, I have your books and they're amazing, but I want to see you live. I want to see the words come from your mouth. I want to hug you. Yeah. I want to thank you for what you've done for me with your books. So I got with Vision and we said, bruh, we got enough people in every city that we can go out there and take this word and take the show on the road. My books were called Just Words. So I guess to keep it up with the same brand and the same movement, we just made it the Just Words Tour. And here we are in Toronto.
Never knew she could defy gravity until I lifted her into my arms, moved into her body spasms and painted the wall with her back sweat. I want to get to know her. But I'm flashed back to the present in a rush, and I realize I'm just a grown-ass man with a crush. But I'm way past caring what friends think, way past caring what Mike says. Gladly admit I want to make her heart jump like djembes and not abuse it. Then Kanye sample her heartbeat and freestyle over her beautiful music, and we B-boy, B-girl down the aisle like Soul Train until the credits roll, and we dance off the set like Cliff and Claire to Coltrane. And until infinity, I'm off beat like rhythmless rhyme. I'm Morris in his prime, searching the day for time, multiplied by forever, divided by the chance of never. And whether she and I ever get together, she will always be my girl. I be Dwayne Wayne, and she be Whitley, though we reside in different worlds.
You've been on what? Was it CNN?
CNN.
CNN and another
TV1.
TV1.
Yeah.
So tell us how you play a part, man.
But Mike is the homie. Like, what I love about Mike, when he first came on the scene, he was so genuine, and he loved what he was doing. And I remember when I first started, almost 10 years ago, like that same hunger, that same love for what you're doing. It wasn't like he was doing it, because it was the thing to do. He was doing it because he loved it. And immediately I saw that, and I was like, I offered my help, even though he ain't even want it. I was like, yo, let me help you. I'll edit your pieces. I want to work with you. Let me give you some tips here and there. And that's just the mentor/teacher in me. And it worked, it worked, and we kind of been building ever since and shooting ideas off each other, and it's been a beautiful thing, We started off in New York, we went down south, and it's just been fun. Like, more than anything, it's been fun. That's pretty much the just word. So, like, when I say we have fun, whether we're in the airport, about to miss a flight, because Lord knows we good for that, or just in Johnny Jackson's, just goofing off with the crowd and building and sharing our everything, literally everything. It's an amazing experience.
There were a lot of ladies that came out tonight. Toronto, If you weren't here and you're going to see it in the footage, why do you think that is? I mean, you're both good-looking brothers, don't get me wrong, but I really think it has something to do with what you speak on and how you speak to these women.
I think what's interesting is me and Mike poetically don't bump. Mike goes hard, like, listen, ladies, this. Let me tell you what I know. Let me give you some. And it's me. I'm like, yo, I'm coming at the fellas, like, yo, stop being thirsty, stop doing this. I think we attack it from both angles. And a lot of time, men don't want to hear that. Men are like, yo, I don't want to hear that. Sisters is like, yes, spit it, let's grow, and we'll grow together. So this is what you see right here is indicative of every city. I think we had 450 people in LA, and I counted 7 men out of 4. Like, I literally counted the men in the crowd, 7 men in the crowd. Every city like this is pretty much 90-95% females. And it's not like we're going out to search for that genre. It's that genre is thirsty for art, for culture, for a message, for purpose. And I'm not at all mad about it. I'm not mad at all.
Toronto has some beautiful women. Thank you all for coming. But, they need it more. They need that fulfillment because they're more, they have a stronger desire for it. Men are pretty stable creatures, baseline. Women, they're edgy. They need that balance, and it's great hearing it from a guy. So I think that even though the men aren't here physically, because me and Vision are here, we represent for men, for the good men that need a voice.
All I know is, fellas, if you knew what I know, you would be at the Just Word Store. Like, that's all. The men that are here are on dates. It's crazy. If you're a single man and you're not here, like, you are doing yourself a great disservice, brother.
Right.
You touched on real life situations, how you feel about it, how you deal with it, and even some of the things you're still struggling with.
Sure.
Why be so personal with your pieces?
Because I'm a person, and I think that a lot of time the reason why we're such in a struggle, especially with pop culture music, is because it's all about facades. Somebody has to get on stage, get on a platform, and talk about reality. Reality television isn't reality. This music that is rigorously being played on our radio stations isn't reality. Where do people get their reality from? I speak on the things that everybody has a personal experience with, but it's not talked about. It's not when it's not talked about, you sacrifice the ability to be healed from it. Because hearing it from me brings it out of you, and those tears might need to fall today to give you that closure, or just to know that you're not alone in whatever you're doing. I want to give you substance. I want to hit you right where it hurts, because it doesn't hurt. If we talk about the regular things, abortion hurts, domestic violence hurts. Those are the things you don't tell your coworkers, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, whatever. That's what we need to talk about.
Delusional as that may sound, she blurs my vision with her kisses in the midst of raindrops, thunderstorms and hurricanes. The rain, she made me lose what was left of my mind. And right before she put the disappearing act, she's like, what are you at? You need to act like you can diversify your focus of concentration. But she was harder to reach than a constellation of stars. So I spit bar after bar of these bars and bars, because she raised the bar, see? I wanted her to dance to the rhythm of my heartbeat. Now I'll sing to the symphony of your song.
See, this is why I like you. You're no anchor, no black hole ether. You just haven't met anyone who catches the light like you yet. You sacrificed your life so that I could live out my dreams. You never said no without reason. You say silly things like, you rather I do my homework than do the dishes. You stay, even when I tell you to leave. You hold me even when I tell you not to. You stay even when I tell you to leave.
Let's talk about the Toronto artists, the Toronto poets that we had on tonight. I'm a Vision. What's your thoughts on the Toronto poets that we have? Britta B, we have Faduma Muhammad, and then we have Komi Olof.
The cool thing is, like, it was no break in energy, and that's important. like it's very important for the artists before me specifically to like have a certain vibe. And Britta B went right before me, and Comey went before her, and Faduma went before. Like it just was like constantly like energy, talent, and that makes you raise the bar. Like, oh, you're gonna take it there? Well, let me grab that and take it a little bit further. And I know that's how Mike operates too. Like, oh, Viz, really? Yeah. I'm gonna grab that and take like, and that's how you want it to be when you're on stage. You wanna be at your top. They were amazing. Toronto needs to be proud. Toronto has talent, and it needs to be exposed even more.
You follow Comey, you follow Britta, you hit them up, see where they're gonna be. And I want to introduce more people into the poetry community. That's my job. My job is, one, to make sure my fans put a face and a body to the words, and to raise up poetry. There's no reason why we couldn't do the next event and there's double the people or triple the people.
Agreed.
We just have to make sure that there is a space for it and that they get a show. And that's what YYZ Hilightz and the poets that they brought, that's what they brought. They brought the show.
What attributes to your success?
First and foremost is God. I'm a firm believer in God, and I'm a firm believer that as long as you believe in Him and put your faith in Him, He will make miracles happen. And what I'm doing right now, nationally, internationally, is nothing short of a miracle.
Very true.
A lot of times people think that I just hide behind an Instagram screen and just say, hey, I'm going to go somewhere and then pop up and sell tickets. No, that's not what I do. We sit down here for days, weeks, months, planning out venues, planning out dates, calling around, looking for poets. There's a lot that goes to it. I mean, it's hard work. With hard work, dedication, and then being honest with myself. I could have been a rapper. I could have been something else besides what I am now, but I said this is what I want to do because I believe that I can change some people's lives. And if I just touch one person enough to not tolerate something, then my mission is good. And as long as I do that and remain humble, because this could be going any day. As long as I do those things, God's going to keep blessing me with dope crowds like the one I had tonight.
Mike could tell you everything is purpose with me. Like everything is purpose. Like, what is my purpose? I'm here for a purpose. I need to be following my purpose. Like, I talk about that all the time, my purpose. And I think why me and Mike mesh so well on the road and just in general is because it's genuine. And I feel like a bunch of people said that tonight, like, yo, it was a real genuine show. It's very genuine. And when you're genuine, even if it's a town that got a screw face reputation, we ain't see that. We were genuine and they were genuine. So I feel like if you come to T-Dot and you're genuine, they're gonna give it right back to you. And I think that's been the thing that's been going on. Like, we've been in Detroit, we've been in the Chi, we've been in Miami, a bunch of tough crowds, and every single time we do really well because we're genuine and they're genuine. And I think as long as we stay that way, we stay humble, the crowd will stay humble, the crowd will stay genuine. And that's a note for anybody going forward. There is no rock star poet, there is no rock star anything. Like, that's not how we approach anything. We're up 3 o'clock in the morning plotting. Like, literally up 3 o'clock in the morning plotting. Like, we talking about going back to the hotel now and running pieces. Wow. Like, this is what we do. So as long as you stay, you bust your behind, you stay genuine, good things are gonna happen.
How does Toronto differ from everywhere else that you went? You guys are from south of the border to us.
Yeah.
How does the crowd in Toronto differ? Do we differ? You know what I mean? With the whole spoken word scene and all that.
The energy here is crazy. The last time I came to Toronto was 18 people. And that was back in December. I went to a poetry slam at the Drake Hotel, and I had a book signing at my hotel before I went. It was about 18 people that showed up, and I was happy that 18 people in a country, in a city I've never been to, came out. Well, I guess those 18 people told 180 more. I feel like they, a lot of times I go to certain cities, and they have this expectation of grandiose live, like, you know what I mean? Johnny Jackson was a place that probably could have only fit 60, 70 people comfortably, but we got over 150 people in here with not one complaint. Toronto was so humble. They were so cool, like, oh, whatever, I'm just glad you came, and that's great. These girls used to just want to be the 5th member of Destiny's Child. Now they got a child named Destiny by a man that won't come see his daughter unless you promise to make him come too. Some soldier. To all my single ladies, stay single as long as possible. Because it's possible, but that the reason why you don't have that much luck in relationships is because you have permanent expectations with people who only treat you like your option. Wait for the one that's irreplaceable before you tell the driver to roll down the partition. Or else get used to you and him parting ways after he departs, the artwork between your legs, if the heart's missing.